Oh, it's revert. Okay. So let's go for next one. South Sudan, Juba, Sudanese pound, African country. Language is English. The president of South Sudan is Salva Kiir. Salva Kiir Mayardit. Salva Kiir Mayardit. Right. So if anybody wants the screenshot of this, you can. Finished. Okay, let's go to the next. Thank you, Danesh. Okay, fine. Spain, Madrid, Europe. Language is Spanish. And the Prime Minister is Pedro Sánchez. What I should do, I'm also thinking about it. Okay, fine. So Spain, Madrid, right? Sri Lanka, Colombo. I have seen that someone had at that time asked me about one more capital, right? Vidhan Mandal, and that is called Sri Jayawardhane Pura Kotte, right? So you can consider two things: Colombo and Sri Jayawardhane Pura Kotte. Sri Lanka rupee. Then the languages are Sinhala, Tamil, and English. The president of Sri Lanka is Maithripala Sirisena. Maithripala Sirisena. Next one you can consider is Sudan, Khartoum, Dinar, African country. Languages are Arabic, English, modern standard Arabic, and the Prime Minister of Sudan is Abdullah Hamdok. Abdullah Hamdok. Right. Next one, Sweden. Stockholm. Krona. Sweden. Stockholm. Krona. Languages are Swedish, Finnish, Yiddish, Romani. Swedish, Finnish, Yiddish, Romani. Prime Minister of Sweden is Stefan Löfven. Stephen Löfven. You might be having some trouble. Löfven. Stephen Löfven. Fine. Next one. Switzerland. Bern. Swiss franc. The languages are French, German, Italian. Right. French, German, and Italian. European country. The president of Switzerland is Uli Maurer. Uli Maurer. Fine. I think I should write about this one. This is also a European country. Fine. Okay, after Switzerland, we'll go to the next one. Syria. Syria, Damascus. Syrian pound is the currency. Asian country. Languages are Arabic, modern standard Arabic. The president of Syria is Bashar al-Assad. Bashar al-Assad. Fine. Next one, Taiwan. Taiwan, Taipei, Taiwan dollar. Asian country. The languages are Taiwanese, Mandarin, Chinese, and standard Mandarin. Fine. The president of Taiwan, Tsai Ing, I-N-G, Wen. Tsai Ing-wen. Right. Tsai Ing-wen. Tanzania. Bangkok. Bahat. Fine. Sorry. Tanzania. Dodoma. Right. Or you can consider it as, I think, D-O-O-O. Dodoma. Tanzania. Dodoma. Tanzanian shilling. African country. Languages are Swahili, and English. The president of Tanzania is John Magufuli. John Magufuli. Next one, Thailand, Bangkok. No, tones are differ. For example, right, tones are differ. Writing can be same, tones will be different. And you know, the English spoken by Australian, English spoken by Britishers, and English spoken by the American. So you can see, forget about all these countries. The Hindi spoken, yes, accents are not same. So Hindi spoken in UP, Hindi in Maharashtra, Hindi in South India, any of the states of South India, and Hindi in Rajasthan or Delhi. So you will be finding out differences. Hindi in Bihar, right? So accents are always has to be different. And you know, हमारे यहाँ तो एक खासियत है, हर 100 किलोमीटर बाद रहन सहन, बोलने, खाने पीने का कल्चर चेंज हो जाता है. So over the thousands of kilometers, obviously it has to change, right? And it depends on how much your mouth gets freely move. जेवढे भारतीयांचे किंवा आशिया खंडातल्या बऱ्याच देशातल्या लोकांचे तोंड उघडतात, बंद होतात, तेवढे इतर देशातल्या काही लोकांचे होत नाहीत. सो दॅट इज ऑल्सो ए काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन यू कॅन कन्सिडर. तुम्ही म्हणाल बरं झालं आपल्या इकडचे लोक गोवा मावा गुटखा खातात म्हणून जास्त, राईट? दॅट इज डिफरंट केस, राईट? सो दॅट यू कॅन कन्सिडर ए exception case. Anyway, I think which one we have? Tanzania, Thailand. Fine. So next one is Tanzania. Bangkok. Sorry, Tanzania has finished. Thailand. Right. Bangkok, Bahat, Asian country. The language of the Thailand is Thai, and there is a king, right? So वहाँ का नेता, leader is King Wazir Long Kon. Wazir Long Kon. King Wazir Long Kon is the leader of the Thailand. The next one you can consider is Tunisia. Tunis, Tunisian dinar, African country. Language is Arabic, and the president of Tunisia is Beji Caid SFC. Beji Caid SFC. Beji Caid SFC. Next one, Turkey, Ankara, Turkish lira, Asian country. Language is Turkish. The president of Turkey is Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Erdogan. Fine. Then after Turkey, Turkmenistan, Ashgabat, Ashgabat, Manat. Languages are Turkmen and Russian. Fine. Okay. Turkmenistan. It's a Asian country. The president of Turkmenistan is Gurbanguly Bardi Muhamdo. Bardi Muhamdo. Gurbanguly Bardi Muhamdo. Next one, Tuvalu. Waiaku village. Australian dollar. Languages are Tuvalu, Tuvalu and English. Fine. So, Australian continental country. President of Tuvalu, Prime Minister of Tuvalu is Yenele Sosen Sopo Aga. Yenele Sosen Sopo Aga. Fine. So Yenele Sosen Sopo Aga. Next one, Uganda, Kampala. Ugandan New Shilling. African country. Languages are English and Swahili. The president of Uganda is Yoweri Museveni. Yoweri Museveni. Fine. So that's about the countries, capitals, currencies, languages, where it is, and it's either president or prime minister. So if anybody wants the screenshot, you can. Finished. I hope you have finished. See, the process of learning is very slow. Always keep in mind. If someone is thinking that this can be done within a fraction of time, right? You may do, right? There are some extraordinaries, they can, but still some of the things which you have to learn. I think in some of the previous sessions I said about our, in fact, India's school education, why it is best in the world, right? So that is the way to learn something new. Many a times which you think is difficult, but it is not. And if you keep up the pace with the learning, and always keep in mind the learning is always slow. So many a times you should learn the things in such a way that you yourself should not come across when you learned it. आपल्याला पण कळालं नाही पाहिजे की आपण हे कधी शिकलो. So that kind of way you have to follow. That doesn't mean everything is like that. Right? Some of the things are very simple, but it has to be always at the, see, each and everything is always having two extremes. So you have to always at the middle. Fine. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Fine. So लगभग कई सारे देशों की सैर करके हम पहुंच रहे यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमीरात. Okay, so you can consider the next one: United States, Emirates, UAE, Abu Dhabi, UAE dirham. The language is Arabic, and the president of United Arab Emirates is Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Right. I think I am the host. Nobody has responded. So क्या आप सारे लोगों ने मोबाइल ऑन करके साइड में रख के कुछ दूसरा काम कर रहे हैं क्या? Anyway, next one is Uzbekistan, Tashkent, Uzbekistan Som. Thank you, Aditya. I felt that. Right. So Uzbekistan, Tashkent, Uzbekistan Som, Asian country. Language is, thank you, Ritesh. Thank you, Aditya. Uzbek is their language, and the president of Uzbekistan is the Shaukat Mir Zioyev. Shaukat. Thank you, Vedant. Shaukat Mir Ziyoyev is the president of Uzbekistan. Next country you can consider is Ukraine. The Capital of Ukraine is Kyiv. Ukrainian hryvnia is its currency, and the language is Ukrainian. Right. So language is Ukrainian. So it's a European country. Ukraine. So it's a European country, and the president of Ukraine is Volodymyr Zelensky. Volodymyr Zelensky. The next one, United Kingdom, European country, United Kingdom, London, pound sterling, the European country. The language is English. The Prime Minister is Boris Johnson. Right, the first what you can consider higher designation to be affected by COVID-19, Boris Johnson. Right, so Prime Minister Boris Johnson. The next one, United States. United States, Washington, United States dollar. Right. The languages are American and English. American and the English are the languages. It's a American but North America continental country. I know. And the president is obviously Donald Trump. Fine. So who is going to very soon face the elections? Fine. Now, next one is Uruguay. Uruguay. Montevideo. Montevideo. Uruguayan peso. Language is Spanish. Language is Spanish. It's a South American country. South American country. And if you consider the president of Uruguay is Tabari Vazquez. Tabari Vazquez. Next one. Next one. We can consider yes, the Vietnam. Vietnam. Hanoi. Dong. Vietnam, Hanoi. Dong, Asian country. Language is Vietnamese. And the president of Vietnam is Nguyen Phu Trong. Nguyen Phu Trong. is the president of Vietnam. Fine. Vanuatu, Port Vila, Watu. The languages of the Vanuatu are the English, Bislana, and French. It's a Australian continental country, and the president of Vanuatu is Talis Obed Moses. Talis Obed Moses. Next one, Vatican City. Vatican City. Vatican City, European country. The languages are Italian, French, German, and Latin. Italian, French, German, and Latin. President is Giuseppe Bartello. Giuseppe Bartello. Fine. Giuseppe Bartello. Venezuela, Caracas, Venezuelan Bolivar. The language is Spanish. Language is Spanish, and it's a American country, South American. Country. The president of Venezuela is the Nicolas Maduro Moros. Nicolas Maduro Moros is the president of Venezuela. The next one, Yemen, Sanai, Yemen Real, Asian country. Arabic, languages are Arabic, modern, standard Arabic. The Prime Minister of Yemen is Ahmed Obeid bin Jagar. Ahmed Obeid bin Jagar. The next one, Zambia, Lusaka, Zambian Kwacha, African country. Languages are English and Tonga. And the president of Zambia is Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu. Fine, I think we are approaching to the end of the session. See, don't think that you have now at the finish, right? Some other names are there you can consider. And so countries haven't finished.